Hello, 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 and welcome once again to the video call-in show. We're live every weeknight, and we're the first show to invite you to be a live video guest on the show to talk about anything, be it topic of the day, it could be current events, it could be personal projects, or just chew the fat. I am your host, Jim, and I am here to listen and learn to and about you. It's all about you. Oh, how you doing tonight, folks? Uh, I think you all let's get right into it. Let's just get right into it. I think you all seen the title, and you know that if you've been following me at all, last couple of shows have been kind of downers. I've been taking on some uh, not political subjects, but I've been talking a little bit too polarizing, and I thought, well, why don't we just have a show that talks about whatever makes you happy? Jackson Draws, welcome back, my friend. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to talk about all those things. Well, at first, that make me happy, but when you join by entering this URL right here, that's any of you. You go, it takes you right to the meeting link, and boom, you may have to download Zoom, but that's no biggie deal. And you put in a name that I can refer to you as, and it'll pop up on my screen. I'll bring you in, and you'll be right beside me, similar to this, only that will be you. Okay, so tonight's subject. What makes you happy? Well, let's talk about what makes me happy. You want to know right off the bat what makes me happy is when you've got a job to do, and there's a lot of technical aspects to it that needs to be worked out, whether it's the first time or the 100th time you've done it, and there's other people depending on it, and it's live. Great example, right? No. Uh, I'm the only one that can critique the performance of this show outside of you folks. But yeah, you've got other people that are depending on this to be professional, live, and good. That's a lot of pressure. When it goes off without a hitch, man, it's a good day. And I had a good day tonight, I should say, because Thursday nights are one of my nights that I do a live show for a client, and it went off without a hitch, which it normally does. I shouldn't be so nervous about it, but yeah, drawing makes me happy too. Jackson Draws, and I'll touch on that subject now that you mention it. Thank you. So anyway, this one went off without a hitch. It was wonderful yet again. Much ado about nothing. Had a great time. They put on a great show. I only facilitated. I wasn't in front of camera on those, and it worked out great. So you got to feel good about that. Now, what makes me angry about that? I'm not going to tell you. That's not for tonight. Oh, what else makes me happy? Oh, something else happened today. I am fortunate enough to have several people that I know and love and care about and are related to and that sort of thing that produce bling. Yes, that's right, bling. You want to see the first example of it? Ha ha ha! Yeah, you want one, don't you? Mmm. It's gonna make my this is not coffee, which for me is really weird thing. I have such a problem drinking anything but coffee out of a coffee cup. But this time I decided to, only because I couldn't wait to get it on the show and show it off. Yeah, so I'm very lucky in that respect. I actually have a nephew that does the tactical patches, and honestly, I've got a shit ton of those. None that he's made just yet because he hasn't into that yet. But I know he has the capability. He just hasn't gone down the road yet, and I've got a ton of designs for him, all of my own. So that'll be fun. That makes me happy. You know what makes me unhappy about that? Nothing. I can't tell you because that's not the theme of tonight's show. So don't ask again. Now I'm going to talk about Jackson Draws. Drawing used to be my world when I was younger. So much so that I began oil painting. I would do a wonderful drawing, and yeah, I messed with charcoals and learned a great deal about shading. And remember I was talking. I'll tell you in a minute. Remember I was talking about negative space drawing. That was the pinnacle of my drawing hobby. I got away from it, unfortunately, and I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I just absolutely loved it. What I like to draw was all over the board, really. I like to draw nature scenes, landscapes. Um, I struggled. This is the thing. I struggled with drawing people, as most artists do, until I learned about that negative space drawing. And when I learned that you don't concentrate on how you want it to look, you concentrate on, and we're going to talk about this, dude. But you concentrate on those areas that aren't associated with that part you're drawing. And concentrate on those solely, and it helps you nail it. It's really fantastic because you look at it, then you step back and look at it. And you go, "Holy crap! That's exactly how it looks." One, my subject. Two, in my head, it really was eye opening. But also, tell you what else I like to draw, Jackson. I don't want to get too much into this because I want to talk about this when you're on the show. But I dig technical drawing. I really dig technical drawing in CAD. That's one of the reasons I built my own CNC machine because I love working with wood too. Dude, I am the man of 1,000 hobbies and time for none. But yeah, I built that CNC because I knew I could take some of my designs and I could literally transfer them to a raw material, and that's that's all that. Yeah, look up that book until we get to talk. Look up that book because there's a whole there's probably a library on the subject now, drawing with the left side or something like that, and then negative space drawing. It really opened my world. But yeah, I started painting after that because I'd have the landscapes and everything done, and if I didn't want to do acrylics or pastels or anything like that, or even watercolor, I thought, shit, I can oil paint. And I was actually inspired by Alexander. He was a predecessor to Bob Ross. In fact, I think they worked together and then they got pissed off at one another. Long story, won't go into it because this tonight is all about being happy. Happy. It's so important to be happy. And it's arguably even more important to recognize those times when you're literally happy. I have a splitting headache right now. I have no idea why I have a splitting headache. But yet I am a happy dude tonight. I couldn't tell you why. Perhaps because I decided not to be, negative or political or social or anything like I was the last couple shows. And it's liberating, dude. It's got to be liberating. So, plus I got my mug. I'm working on an engraving on my CNC, which will be the logo as well. Look for it on my wall back here soon. I've been very lazy of late, and that doesn't make me mad. But I've been lazy in that I really want to dress up my back wall, my backdrop. Just haven't gotten around to it. It's not like I don't have to put food on the table. Some of you know what that's like, but it is what it is. So a lot of things got to take a back seat, like making me happy. Let's see what else. What else makes me happy? I love being out in the woods. I love to be just out in the woods, whether I'm hunting or fishing. Better yet, if it's in a piece of woods that is not surrounded. Yeah, I know. It's inexplicable, Jackson. It is literally inexplicable. I can feel it throbbing right now. I wasn't even wearing a hat earlier because it was so painful. It's not like I get a lot of stress when I'm doing those live shows for other people, but tonight I just have a freaking. In fact, I've had it all day long. Zero explanation. Zero explanation. It's not like I stopped caffeine or anything. Like that's gonna happen. Mm-mm. Diet Coke. Yep. So weird. So weird to be drinking another fluid other than coffee out of a coffee cup. So weird for me. I don't know why. Water's the worst. I can take something like this. In fact, if I get on tomorrow night and he left the beach, uh, beach makes me happy. Good point, Jackson Draws. The beach makes me happy as well. Not nearly as happy as it does the wife. Man, she just freaking digs the beach. There for a while, I was not getting unhappy. Not the theme of this show. But there for a while, I was kind of getting burnt out on the beach. It was like, damn, that's all we're doing on vacation is finding somewhere with sand, salt water, and palm trees. It's fine. I can't bitch about it. It's not like everybody gets to do that. But it was becoming you know a little bit too routine, and especially when you consider all of the wonderful things that we have right here in the good old US of A to see. And I challenge you all to see every single one of them before it's your time. I don't think you'll be able to do it. I don't think anyone has been able to do it, but it is a lofty goal and it's a worthwhile goal. It will make you happy. You will have memories that you will be able to live with and relive for the rest of your days. Do it. Go do it. And so, I'm telling her, I'm saying, why don't we just go out west and do some more? Now, we lived out in Washington State for 3 years. We drove there, we drove back. So we got to see a lot of the country. I got to see a lot of the middle and the southwest of the United States and even the West Coast when I was a youngster. The wife didn't do that. Her vacations were centered on as a child, were vacationed on the East Coast. So I said, honey, why don't we go out west and see more of what I saw early on and revisit some of those places I saw as a youngster. Because good Lord, they've changed, but now, and not only that, but my perception has just been living within my brain for the last 30, 40 years. Irony, made in Taiwan. Somebody will get that based on some of the other things I've said in my other shows. No card. Okay. Let's see what else makes me happy. Vaping makes me happy. Now I've got a whole show. I don't know why I haven't done this because I've had this on my list forever. I intend to do an entire show on vaping, and the reason I do is because I am convinced that not only has this saved my life, but I truly believe that it has saved me years of um, pain and suffering. I've had two parents who smoked almost their entire adult lives. And my mother at the end, she went on oxygen and eventually, succumbed to God knows what. But her ability to be mobile and whatnot was severely reduced. Same way with my father; he's on oxygen. Now, I started these about 10 years ago, and actually I sold them for 2 or 3 years. And although it was just a break even, I sold them online is what I did. I had a full-fledged e-commerce store, and I sold all the latest ones. None of these, have I already said this? None of these because these hadn't come out yet, or they weren't mature yet. And it was probably break even. I made a few bucks here and there, but I just wanted to start my own e-commerce store from scratch and learn that process start from finish since I was already in the web development and marketing field for years. It only helped. So yeah, good job, Jackson Draws. He says that if you're watching this on Facebook or whatnot, I promised myself never to vape or smoke ever in my life or drugs. Fantastic. Keep a hold of that. You heard me talking the other night about my friends who decided to continue to do what we all did in the 70s, and their life has been stunted. Don't fool yourself. That could happen to anyone. I don't have any problem If people want to smoke dope recreationally when they're of age, it's no different from alcohol as far as I'm concerned. You shouldn't be operating heavy machinery or automobiles um, because it is just recreational. But hard drugs, you're a fool. You're a fool to even get involved in them. If life is that painful, find out why it's that painful and fix that. Stop putting band-aids on it. But this is a happy show. We we're not going to talk about things like that. What else makes me happy? Oh, let's see. Well, Diet Coke makes me happy, of course. Um, I'll tell you what doesn't make me happy about. No, I won't. That's not the object of the show. Oh, what makes me happy? Tactical pages make me happy. Yep. Yeah, I don't know why they're so attracted to vaping. Um, that Jackson's talking about kids in school. I don't know why they're so attractive to it. Is it Jackson? You tell me. Is it today's? Hey, look, it's the cool thing to do. Is that what it is? Is that why those kids are picking up Juuls and all the other um, vape products that they probably shouldn't ever even be doing? I'll wait to hear from you because I'm far removed from any sort of organized schooling, educational programs. That is, that doesn't make me mad. That does not make me angry. This is the happy show. This is the happy show. And by the way, this is the video call-in show. If you're just tuning in halfway, we invite anyone to come on. There's the URL. I'll see you up top, and I'll bring you on. You talk about anything you'd like to talk about. It's real easy. There's actually a link in the description box as well that I forgot to mention. But for now, you get to talk about how damn happy I am. And I'm not lying about that. Today, for some reason, I'm just I'm giddy happy. Got to see my granddaughter tonight. That's always a cool thing. Oh, boy, that's self-perpetuating, isn't it? So so people want to be cool, and then some kids that brings me right back to the '70s, and then some kids are buying them up to make money selling them to other kids. Oh, jeez. There's always going to be that, Jackson. There's always going to be that. The bigger person, um, you know, nods, waves, and says, "Have a good time," you know, and goes about their business of making something of their life. Because otherwise you don't. Now, the only reason I vape, and I think I told you this before, I don't know if you were on that, if you joined that show, was that I smoked for years. Back in the day, smoking was cool. That's when, oh yeah, light it up in the bathroom. They'll never catch us. So that started that, and once you're hooked, man, you're hooked. Which is does make me angry, Uh, but it makes me sad, and I don't want to be sad because of the happy show. But yeah, that's you just got to avoid that, and you got to keep your vision. You keep your goals. Write them down if you have to. Read them every day, but keep those goals in mind. Whatever you want to make of yourself as you get older, make it. But it's up to you. It's entirely up to you. This is still the land of opportunity. But that opportunity is not guaranteed. That opportunity has to be grasped. Grasped. You have to go out and get it. So go out and get it, and don't bog yourself down in this bullshit cool stuff. Stop buying designer clothes and put that money aside. Listen to Dave Ramsey and let him tell you about how important it is to be cognizant of the importance of money at a young age, still in grade school. Be cognizant of the importance of money because that'll pay off big time as you get older. No one wants to live paycheck to paycheck. You don't have to. What is his three rules? He said, or no, this is actually from some other dude. Was it Ben Shapiro? Is who I heard it from. He was saying that finish high school, don't have children out of wedlock, and what do you say? Get a job after high school? I don't know. It's one of those three. I didn't have to worry about that because I'm way beyond that in my life. But that's primarily what I did. I stopped doing all the stupid shit. Um, yeah, everybody's gonna try to make a buck, man. Jackson says one of his friends said he'd never vape, but now he's just selling them to other kids. It happens. It happens. It's their life. I don't know that that's the worst thing he could be doing, but it's not one. I don't think it's worth ruining a friendship over as long as you just tell him, say, yeah, you go ahead and do that. I just don't want to be involved in it. We can do all this other shit though if you want to. But where was I? Oh, I lost my train of thought. That's okay. That's okay, and I'm happy about that. I can't say otherwise tonight. I would, but I can't. One of these days, the live channel will pick us up, and we'll actually get an audience from that rather large, following. Until then, you get to hear just about how goddamn happy I am. There are worse things, right? There are absolutely worse things. Hey, Jackson, let me know in the comments whether or not you think that 10 o'clock is better than 10:30. Um, that's great. That's great. Always love when people drop bad habits. I would, but I got to tell you, I'm still. Oh man, no, no. Oh, you know what I should do? I should probably find that freaking clip and get a copyright pull on this video. Champworks Garage wants me to sing "Happy Happy Joy Joy." Ren and Stimpy. Who are my Ren and Stimpy fans out there? Hey, Champ, did you see my bling? Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? Oh man. So yeah, no more politics tonight. No more social issues. None of that. All about happy. What else makes me happy? Oh, working on stuff makes me happy. I'm arguably more happy when I'm in the garage working on shit than I am doing anything else. This is a close second because I just get to sit back and talk about anything I want to talk about and hope that I'm reaching some people while I'm doing it. But yeah, being out in the garage, man, that is just the best. It is just the best. Whether it's welding, woodworking, metalworking, building speakers, working on electronics, it doesn't matter. Oh, my CNC machine, it doesn't matter. I just absolutely love doing it. What's with the what's with the strong arm there, Champworks? You saying, yeah, you too? Well, I know you do. Hell, your name is literally a garage. And I love his stuff. Go check out both these guys, Champworks Garage and Jackson Draws. They're in the. Let's see, is it this way? Yeah, it will be that way. They're in the chat. Check them out. They've got some great channels. I love what Jackson Draws doing. He's a young guy. Likes to draw. What'd you say? Animals? Was it lizards? Because when you were actually when I tuned into one of your live shows, you actually brought out your lizard. And Champworks Garage, he's doing some remarkable things with his off-road Bronco. It really is. It really is. It's the garage is a place to get away and collect your thoughts and or forget about life's troubles and just be happy for the day by immersing yourself in what would perceive to be a problem, but it's really just a challenge, right? You've got something to do. You got something you want to make something work the way you want it to work. You forget about everything else and you concentrate solely on that piece. Start to finish, usually. Sometimes you got to break and move on, but there's a lot to be said about how cathartic that can be. Speaking of cardio, that's not even a good dinosaurs. Yeah, the bearded dragon. I saw that Jackson Draws. He's a cool guy. You had him eat some grub worms or something. That was awesome. Kind of a break for your from your 100 Jackson draws. Just surpassed 100 subscribers. Let's all congratulate Jackson Draws for that. Well done, my friend. Well done. Um, and on that show, he's got his bearded dragon lizard that he brought out. I don't know what subspecies that is, but he brought it out and had it eat for us on his canted drawing table. So the poor guy had a really tough time clawing his way up to the worms, but it was fun. Oh, how did I forget? How did I forget? Another thing that makes me happy is playing the drums and singing. I absolutely love that. And you want to talk about something again that is cathartic is just beating the shit out of the skins, whether they're you know acoustic or electric drums, doesn't matter to me. I'm throwing sticks around, not thinking about anything but what I'm the task at hand. Forget about your worries and work up a sweat, and it's just wonderful. And when I'm playing music with other musicians, that's another thing. It's fantastic. There's nothing better. I think I already told you that I was in an Irish rock band for a couple of years, a few years actually, probably 4. And we had we we had yeah, it was kind of funny to watch him slip and slide on that desk, Jackson. But we had an Irish rock band that played some really hard hitting. If you know anything about bands like what is it, Celtic Storm and Dropkick Murphy and what's the other one? Oh, not Great Big Sea. I don't know. I didn't grow up with the music, but our lead singer did. He was Irish through and through, and he kind of helped put this together. He was into it and wanted to get all of his friends as musicians together because he's had several bands over the years. And we got on the circuit, which is the St. Patrick's Day circuit, man. And I gotta tell you, there's nothing like being an amateur musician and playing in front of 500 to 1,000 to 1,500 people at a St. Patrick's Day tent event, and watching them all, the typical jump up and down to your songs, just dancing and having a rip roaring good time. Yeah, the alcohol had something to do with it. Happy juice. But but like it's like everybody knows the songs because they're just Irish ditties put to rock music, and everybody knows them during the St. Patrick's Day weekend or week. You play even an Irish band off season, you play the tabletops. These people don't want to hear that music. I don't know where all the St. Patrick's dudes go. Dudes and dudettes. I don't know where they go after St. Patrick. Surely they're hitting a bar or two every once in a while that still plays Irish music. But I tell you, but this is in Indianapolis. I couldn't tell you if it happens all over, but that's my experience. But man, is that fun! That makes me happy. Just to have those people enjoy what you're doing like they do is way over the top. Way over the top. Oh, plays the trumpet in the school band. See, you got to get on. I don't know. I don't know when you want to come on, but Jackson, you're welcome anytime. There's no need to fear. I mean, you can't. There's nothing you can say that would be wrong. There's no way you could look silly like me. I mean, look at me. I'm a perfect example of what not to do on the air, and and I live by that. I approve this message. All right, what else makes me happy? Let's I'm looking around my man cave here. Well, I'm a gun advocate and a collector of sorts. So firing my weapons makes me happy on the range or hunting or whatnot. That makes me happy. Totally dig that. I honestly see. Since I since I come from electronic technician background, I'm usually the one that does the lights and sound in my band. I enjoy that as well. That makes me happy. I was going to tell you what didn't make me happy about it, but no, not tonight. This is the happy show. I'm not going to go down that road. All right. What else? What else? What else makes me happy? I mean, I'd love to say family and friends, but because that's the obvious. That is the absolute obvious. Um, we keep both family and friends very close to our tight knit. We live amongst a group of extended family members, and we meet on a regular basis, and we have great time. Um, we most of us share the same ideology, or you know, um, there's none of that. There's none of that weird. I'm on this side, I'm on that side, sort of thing when we're at a gathering or anything. So there's no like Thanksgiving fights or anything like that. We just don't have that, which is fan friggin' tastic. Um, wouldn't want me talking to anybody this late. Well, I did move back to 10 o'clock, man. I'm trying. I'm trying, dude. I just thought maybe at 10 o'clock, 10:30 was one of those where I'm just like waiting around. All right, the wife's going to bed. Uh, I got nothing to do for the next hour. Why not bring it back to 10 o'clock? That way, more people. Well, I'm still looking at the West Coast and thinking that what is it, 7 o'clock out there when I started. um, I didn't want to be too early, but didn't want to be too late for the East Coast either. It is what it is. And of course, I've got some people like there's a viewer called Snowy Rains who's in Australia. How you doing, man, mate? We'll get you on the show. Sometimes I do weekend shows if I find myself with some time, or we're in Indiana, so if we're snowed in or it's just shit outside, why? Sometimes I'll fire up a show in the middle of the day on a Saturday and Sunday, and that might be better time for Snowy. So I'm going to continue to schedule these events. Tim, how you doing, man? Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, is that? Oh no, really? Is that showing up backwards? Oh, you say that ain't so. Let me look at it on my preview monitor. Oh wait, let's look at it on the live stream in YouTube. That would really tick me off. I'll look at it here in a minute. that would that bum me out. It should be dead on. We should be backwards. If this is backwards, that means that all of this is backwards, Tim. I'll have to look at that. Yep, Jackson Draws. Like I said, I do weekend shows, but normally I'm real busy. Like this weekend, I've got some work to do at my son's house, and it just may not have time. And that happens a lot on the weekends. You know how the weekends are. Weekends is when we want to go out and get shit done we couldn't get done during the week. But I'll try. And let me know this. Did any when were you guys notified that I was going live tonight? If you'd be so kind as to chat that, or throw it in the comments below after this video is done and uploaded to YouTube, because I'd really like to know. I'm of course not. Thanks, Champworks. I didn't think it was, Tim. I don't know why you're seeing it backwards, but it's not. I got to show it again. I got some work to do to it, because the Illustrator file that I built it in, the border. If you look over here, the border is a little too thick, and when they shrunk it down, it retained that size, so it looks a little bit off, but not bad for a prototype. One more drink and I'm out. So here's the question of the day: what makes you happy? Forget everything else. In fact, just think of the thing that makes you most happy. Like for me, it's obviously family. I saved that for last for a reason, because it's arguably the only thing that we have that won't go away. Um, that sounded kind of horrible, didn't it? They just won't go away. No, you know what I mean. It's one of those things that you don't lose. It's one of those things that even when they certain members of it pass on, they're still there. I mean, I've got some family members that have moved on, passed on, and they haven't left. Their memories are still strong. The hmm, just message balloon reversed. Huh. Well, the balloons are purposely reversed. You talking about the play buttons? Yep, that is on purpose. Ah, flash in my pan makes me happy. Do you seriously have some flintlocks? Is that what you're saying? Flash in the pan? Is that what you're? Yeah, I'm just gonna go over your channel here in a minute. Is that what you're referring to? Because that would be cool. Dollars, yeah. Dollars honestly is a close second to family. They say money can't buy happiness, and I'm here to tell you it probably can't literally buy happiness, but it makes it so much easier to be happy. Huh? Huh? All right, let's see. We are. Oh, and that was his trailer video starting up. Ah, flash in your pan. Oh yeah, dude, I'm liking your later your later thumbnails. Little hard to read when they're just when you're looking at your channel page. So you might think of either growing the font or saying less on them, but no, I'm digging that. Let's see. First day out, No Tell 'em Creek, hanging out. Oh, Prosto. Oh, duh. Okay, I get it. Well done. Well done. Yeah. Yeah, muzzleloaders are pretty sweet. The flash in the pan actually refers to the old flintlocks because of the pan. Most muzzleloaders nowadays are all cat based, and there is no more pan. But that's pretty cool. I didn't even here I am. I didn't even look at your header. I was looking straight at your videos. But well done, dude. Well done. 2.2K subscribers. Ayo, that's awesome. That is awesome. Tim, I didn't know we didn't even talk about weapons, did we? My son and I put together our own AR-15s. Hell, the only reason I wanted one was because of my experience with M16, A1 and A2. Yep. So, oh man, yeah, dollars. Now, see, I can't throw a family under the bus for dollars, but dollars do make it life worth living. Mm. Well, Tim, we'll get you on one of these shows as well. I don't want people to be shy when they happen upon my live streams or my even the the post live stream videos that are uploaded to YouTube. And I also make available my channel. So if somebody wanted to email me or even talk right after the show via Zoom, that like when I go off live, I stay on for a while because I got to do some cleanup. I want to create a thumbnail or something, maybe up the description and throw in some extra tags. So I'm usually on Zoom for maybe, I don't know, sometimes 15 to a half an hour after I'm live. So if you wanted to join then, and we'll just chat back and forth and talk about maybe what we will do when you come on the show, by all means, man. By all means. That's what this is all about. If you don't, really, how did we miss that, Tim? Tim just says that Salesman Indy 1500. We go to that. Well, we used to go to that all the time. I haven't been for a good while. Just life has got it in the way. But yeah, I love the Indy 1500. In fact, no, I didn't buy my last Glock I got was from a buddy of mine I used to work with. But and I'm not even a Glock fanboy. I wanted one because they are reliable. I give them that, and I don't. It's not my EOC though or EDC. Because it's just too thick, and I'm thick enough. So I stick with my Walther PPS. I love that thing. It's nice and thin. Okay, now we've got off on a subject that I plan on either having with a guest or I'm going to actually create an entire topic of the day around. What's that? Oh, it isn't it twice a year, Tim? Tim and Champworks, you might both, because I know you're both from Indiana. You might both be able to chime in on this. I've lost track of that. I know we just had the muzzleloader version. At least they were touting that on the radio. I think it was just last weekend. But the 1500, remind us all when the 1500 is. Flash in the Pan wants to know. I can't remember the exact dates and times of the year that they come down. I believe it's twice a year. I may be wrong about that. It's been a long time, but always good time. Always good time. It's a huge show. It takes up most of the fairgrounds, the Indiana State Fairgrounds, and but it's assholes and elbows. So you're gonna have if flash in the pan. Be ready for that. You're running through these skinny aisles and you're bumping. Not that anybody would do this, but 5 shows a year, okay. But every time I go, to any place with a crowd, I put my wallet in my front pocket. That's just kind of SOP for me. It makes me happy, and and thank God that came up because I didn't have anything else to make me happy right off the bat. Oh, I can't even think. What makes me unhappy about the show, and I wouldn't tell you anyway, not on this show. When we actually have a show about or a guest that comes on and wants to talk about firearms and that sort of thing, I'll tell you all about that, but not tonight. No, not tonight. Not going to do it. This is a happy show. It can be. Um, Flash and Pan says it sounds like a golden treasure show. Yeah, it really is. It's assholes and elbows, man. There's a whole lot of people, and it's like going to the mall. There's always a group or 3 or 9 billion that start a conversation right in the middle of the aisle as though there's nobody else there that needed to get around them. How could people? Whoop, wait, whoop, whoop, nope, 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 nope. Wow, see how easy it is to set me off? Hair trigger is what that's called. Things that make me happy about it is sometimes you'll find some really good deals. Other times you'll find a whole bunch of dealers that are asking too much for their crap. But sometimes you'll really walk away with some good deals. Um, oh, next one is March. Okay, that's not too far away. Wow, right in the middle of St. Patty's Day weekend. Yeah, I don't know if that was a shrewd marketing deal, plan or not. Seems to me a little counterproductive, but you never know. Maybe that is a big draw to the big city. I don't know, because we got a lot of rural areas that do come in, or people from outside of Indianapolis do come in for that show. There's no question about that. So there you go, flash in the pan. Maybe one of these times I can get all of our viewers, and we're still trying to build a show. So guys, do what you can to share the videos. Um, post links to the videos on your social media channels. I want to build this community so that we can get a whole lot of people on to talk about all kinds of subjects. Things I agree with, things I disagree with, things that make me angry, but more importantly, things that make me happy. Because that's all I want to talk about is things that make me happy at this moment. And this is very high up on the list, man. I am very happy with this. I'm not a big coffee cup kind of guy. I'm kind of a traditionalist, the standard size. In fact, I should bring some of the other ones that my sublimation queen has produced for me. Not only that, but I also used to have a store on Zazzle for band merch, and I've got a couple mugs with band logos on it and whatnot, and that's always a good thing. So maybe I'll grab some of those one day, and we'll just have a whole show based on mugs. Won't that be fun? Yeah, I hear you. I can hear you without you even typing. I can hear you yelling in the background. No shows about mugs. It's funny though. People on YouTube, I know certain channels who have made their living using these as their in on memberships. You sign up for a membership, we'll send you one of these. Not a video calling show mug, of course, but their own brand mug. And it's the revenue from those sort of memberships that they've literally built. Oh, thank you, Flash in the Pan. I will return that favor. In fact, I look forward to looking at your videos, man. If there's one thing that I know would make me happy if I just had the time, and that would be treasure hunting. I don't know how many times I've gone to look at metal detectors and both the long and the shorts and kayaks and there's a couple channels that I used to follow where these guys would they just go in rivers and they're finding all sorts of Civil War memorabilia. And I know there's so much more time spent looking, and then here's the moments you're actually finding stuff. But I just really think I dig that. Maybe when I'm retired, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to be a couch potato when I do retire. I want to continue to get out in the garage. I want to continue to work on things that I always have been, but I also want to get back out in the woods and just collect my thoughts and do something like that. I always thought that'd be great. I really enjoy those channels, and I gotta keep it real just so I know that most of it is edited. A lot of the times where they're hunting and finding nothing isn't there, doesn't make the tape. But hey, one of these days I will. I just think it would be a whole lot of fun. Hey, Justin, welcome, my friend. If you guys, if you don't want to join tonight, I'll be back on tomorrow night. And I think what I'm going to do from here on out is I'm going to stick with 10 o'clock. I think 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is a good time for now for the regular show. But there again, I do plan on doing more weekend shows. I actually have more. It seems like I've had more. Tonight's an exception. We've got a pretty good crowd here tonight. But it seems like on the weekends that I have more of a crowd that ends up. I don't know if people are bored or what, but but I'll try to do more weekend shows. It's just you got to remember this is a hobby, and gotta make the money. And this always takes a back seat to that. Love to be doing this full time, but it's just not in the cards for now. So bear with me as I play out my hobby, and my vision is that I can concentrate more and more and more on this as time allows. That's why I want you folks to help me get the word out. Get the more people we get into this community, the more people that we're going to be able to have on, the more of the guest cuts that I'll be able to do so that they can use them on their channels. The better I'll get at interviewing, the better I'll get at asking questions. I don't know if my fallback is going to be how long is a battleship, true or false, or what time is it, yes or no. Those two questions always baffle me. So I'm still trying to figure that one out, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know what falls out. Tasty pickings out of the new mug. As I improve the design on this, I'll keep you posted. But I plan on eventually having enough of these to give them away to perhaps guests. Who knows? We'll find out. But I'm also going to have some tactical patches made. I think of the same logo. If I thought about it, I would have grabbed some of the items that my nephew did make and show you what that looks like. But but hey, I think for tonight we've been on for about 50 minutes. I think I'm going to call it one, and that's not a bad thing. Tomorrow night should be fun. What I plan on doing is probably opening it up for free for all. like I've been really focused in shows past. But I'll probably be sitting back, having a few, kicking back with a few, and we'll just see where that takes us. I hope you all join me then. But again, make sure you like and share these videos so that we can get the word out and get more people involved, and we'll all just have a great time whenever you can show up for one of the shows. With that, I'll leave you with this. Remember to always treat others like you want to be treated, and never give up on your hopes and dreams. Thanks again for joining us. We will be back as soon as we can. 10 o'clock is our new time. I'll keep you posted on that, and I'll continue to schedule these events so that you know when I'm coming on. And with that, we will see you live.